Isaac, no.
So
But I'll edit it out. I'll edit it out. All right. So, hey, everybody. Welcome to this new episode of What You Up To with Nnamdi. Today, we have none other than the great Isaac Guevara, right? That's how you pronounce it.
that's it.
The last name? Okay, got you. So, we're just gonna jump right into it. Isaac, it's been like forever. You graduated what year again?
2019.
2019. Yeah, it feels like it's been
Yeah.
5 years. So so tell us what it was like. I guess leaving school that early. I guess from the rest of the physics group. How it was like adjusting to no longer having classes, and I guess what the real world was like.
Immediately out of college, I wasn't exactly done with college.
Okay.
I was doing grad school for the summer semester and then the fall semester.
Okay.
I was doing it for education.
Nice.
I think it was called Education and Information Technology.
Okay.
So I was doing that for 2 semesters full time alongside doing full time Chipotle. So I was doing that, and then come the end of the fall semester, I had to decide if I wanted to finish up in the spring or drop it. And um, part of the education system, like in order to become a teacher, you need to do student teaching alongside a teacher. Like you're sitting with them, doing tests with the students and grading them and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I was doing all of that on top of the classes, on top of the work. And I was
Wow.
like, this is too much for full time on both sides.
No, I can imagine.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put the education to the side.
Gotcha.
I did full time work in order to help out the family and stuff like that.
Sweet.
And then yeah. So and then after that, it was going from Chipotle to Amazon, where I'm now working as an area manager.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I know it's a nice title.
That's and even the switch or the level up is very great from Chipotle to Amazon area manager. So that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. One big
So,
company to another bigger company. It
well,
was it
from
was good.
food
I mean,
to like shipping. So
yeah, that too. That too. One
that's
industry
awesome.
to another.
That's awesome.
Um, yeah, but it hasn't been much of a change. I'm still able to talk with my friends, still able to hang out and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um,
So I don't think you gave us a timeline for I guess when you moved from Chipotle to Amazon.
um, so I started Chipotle pretty much as soon as I graduated college.
No, yeah.
So that's 2019, and then come 2020, it's around April when I decided, hey, I applied for Amazon, I got the job, and I'm like, hey,
Awesome.
I'm taking a week off, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be gone. And they're all
Wow.
sad, but
I mean, you probably made like pretty nice sandwiches. So,
sandwiches.
well,
I serve
sorry,
bowls and
sorry.
burritos.
I don't go to Chipotle, everybody. So I apologize. I don't eat at Chipotle, but bowls and burritos, and obviously extra pair
Yeah.
of hands to like clean the dishes and things like that. So
Yo, I rocked the dishes. It
you
was
rock
so
the
good.
dishes.
Everyone was like, "Yo, Isaac's playing music tonight." I'm like, "Yeah."
Music, like you guys play music
Music.
on the like in the kitchen.
Only where we do our dishes.
Nice, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
Otherwise,
is
we
it
had to play Chipotle music throughout the rest of the restaurant.
Chipotle
But
music? That's awesome. That's awesome. And how's Amazon been? Because I know
Amazon.
I know a couple friends who work with Amazon, but definitely not anywhere near the industry or the title that you have or the area that you have. I know people who work
Right.
in delivery. I know people who work the manually lifting boxes and things like that. So like, tell me how the area manager job is.
So I'm currently working at a sort center, and basically what we do as part of Amazon is we move already packed packages, already packed boxes from um, a packing center. I forget what they're actually called. From a
The
packing
fulfillment
center.
center, right?
Yes, exactly from a fulfillment center.
Gotcha.
to a delivery station. So we're just like that middle mile part
Okay.
that or yeah, the middle mile part that sends it to the last place.
Sweet.
So as an area manager, what I'm in charge of is making sure that the area I'm stationed in is getting work done properly, that we're meeting rates, we're meeting goal, people are keeping busy. Even if we don't have like stuff readily available, we're always able to move people around and station them in what we call indirect areas where
Okay.
they're like cleaning up or making things look neat and keeping things safe
Gotcha.
um, for all the other workers that are there.
Awesome. Wow. Your job seems very important. Like without you, like, everywhere would just be messy. People are like, what do I do? So what have you been up to, I guess, outside of work since you graduated? And I guess with like COVID-19, everybody was locked up. People started painting. People started doing all manner. So I guess what have you been doing, like, I guess as a hobby to pass the time? Maybe if there were COVID days that you couldn't go to work, um, you know.
So COVID hasn't affected my work.
Okay.
Chipotle and Amazon are both necessary businesses, and neither shut down.
How did
We
that make
did
you
take
feel?
the. I
Okay,
loved it. Like I could keep busy.
okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, in terms of like outside of work, I would hang out with friends. Go play some sports.
Okay, nice.
At their house, just like ping
Hmm.
pong, pool,
Nice.
recreational stuff, board games. I feel like mostly video games have taken and have always been a big hobby of mine.
Okay, that's cool.
So
But like, I guess what happened that you, because I think you were trying to go for a different program or something.
yeah, the 2 degrees for 5 years, that program.
Oh, the
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 yeah,
normal,
two yeah, the two bachelors
the 32
for
program.
in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And you were
Um,
never pursuing like a different major or anything.
no, I didn't change my major. So
Okay.
coming into Seton Hall University, I was interested in doing biomedical engineering, and Seton Hall offered me the best option, and I was like, yeah, I'll go there. It's close. I can
Hmm.
dorm, I can commute, whatever I needed to do
Yeah.
to get through college. And coming in, they were like, hey, you haven't completed the calculus course, calculus exam, and at the time I didn't feel comfortable with calculus, so
Gotcha.
I just pushed away the exam and I just took whatever consequences came my way. Um, so coming into college, I was taking calculus, chemistry, um, or pre-calc, and I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
But I started with like chemistry and whatever other gen ed,
Gotcha.
um, I had to get through. And
Hmm.
then my following year, I hopped onto the physics course with you guys, and
And so
we
were you
started from the
also
same
taking?
page on that.
So you're also taking Calc 1 at the same time as Principles 1, like with the rest of us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I guess for you, I'm not sure if you remember your classes, but I guess what was your favorite class experience while you were back at Seton Hall? And I guess what was your worst, if you can recall that?
Oh, I can recall my worst.
Everybody always
Oh
knows their
man.
worst.
Uh, I guess I'll start with my worst since I already brought it up.
Sure.
So it would be my Calc 3 class.
Why does
Um,
everybody say Calc? I don't get it. Like, am I the only one that that
it
loves
was
math?
bad.
Wait,
No,
who
I
did
was
you?
fine with Calc 1. I was fine with Calc 2.
Wait, who do you
Calc
have?
2 at towards Masterson.
Okay, I had Davidson. So okay,
I
so
know
maybe
you did.
so maybe that's why. But like, I had Latrell, then Nathan, or not Nathan. Is his name Nathan? I don't know.
Kale, I think it was.
Kale. There you go. There you go. Yeah. I don't know how I got
Professor
Nathan.
Kale.
And then
I
and
think
then
Nathan was
Davidson.
his first name.
Okay, there you go. I mean, so you have no bearing on your favorite right now, so or can you?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a more favorite time, but immediately that comes to my head was the
Hmm.
class Search for Human Fulfillment. And the
That was
class itself,
core three.
yeah, so the class itself was a bit dry, but the like idea behind it is search for human fulfillment, what it means to be fulfilled as a human.
Mm.
Um, like that class got me thinking more creatively on like how different people have a purpose in life and um how they come to find it and what makes them really understand like yeah, like this is who
Yeah,
I am, this is what I'm meant to do.
I
But
mean,
yeah, it was
that's
just a cool experience to like really focus on that idea.
no, I mean, definitely. I was getting angry earlier. I mean, I'm angry all the time. Every time I go to
Okay, Nnamdi.
to to like Instagram and all these like social media platforms, because sometimes it looks like people are. I don't. Again, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but sometimes it seems like people are just very basic, not in the sense that like they're boring or nothing's going on in their lives, but in terms of I guess how they reason or what comes to their mind in terms of like everyday thinking. So only thinking about what I'm gonna wear today, what post am I gonna put out versus man's search for meaning, or I took faith and reason, and in general like philosophy classes, and maybe you would agree that philosophy classes are kind of like refreshing when juxtaposed
They
with
are.
like math and physics and quantum and
Yeah,
so you're kind of
gets your
just
mind running in another direction.
in a completely different direction. That's kind of like, oh yeah, I never thought about that. And there's no math in the world that can like prove it. So you just kind of like drop everything at the door and just have this like discussion. So and maybe everybody watching this, maybe you guys can agree too. Um,
They'll just think it's nerd talk, Nnamdi.
what nerd?
Nerd talk.
Nerd talk? No, like I don't want to prolong this, but I guess when you were picking up the education that you eventually like had to drop, what was kind of like your mindset with picking that up in terms of like were you just thinking about like I want to teach kids, I want to inspire people, so where did that like come in and why the indecision?
When you say picking up the education, you mean from like the very start or when I was doing my master's?
Oh, did you start with education like when you came into Seton Hall?
No. So that's what I was wondering if you meant
Yeah.
like my education at Seton Hall or my studying
Oh no no
education.
no no no, studying. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so that was exactly it. Like I want to be with people. I want to like try to build them up, build their morale, build their minds, build not their bodies. I can't really speak for my body, so I can't build their bodies.
Yeah,
Um,
fitness instructor.
I just want to like be with people and sort of like inspire them or encourage them or push them, motivate them
Mm.
to go in a better direction.
I know that you're super busy with your job and things like that. So thank you so much for showing up for this. And it's been a pleasure having you. And I hope to see all of you guys in the next episode of What You Up To with Nnamdi. Um, you guys have a great night. And later.
Thank you for having me, Namdi. See you, man.
Later, Isaac.
There are like anecdotes of what he does, and I believe there's this thing called the question mark email where he just replies with the question mark, asking like for more information. Like that's just what
Okay.
he does.
No,
I
I
mean,
mean, even
so
the fact
you
that he
could get
takes
in
the time
touch
to
with
like,
him.
no, yeah. If he even takes the time to like go through it, read it, and still want more to read more emails, he's definitely really in touch. Well, at least in touch more than I would have thought he was. So definitely,
Yeah.
it's like awesome. Okay.